The first thing you're going to want to do before you start playing this song is make sure that your guitar's in the right tuning. So the tuning for this song is called open D, or D, A, D, F sharp, A, D, and it's going to sound something like this. And the reason it's called open D is because when you strum the guitar, the strings are open, which means you have no fingers on them, and it's already in a nice little D chord for you. So the main thing you notice about this song when you first play it is the cute little riff at the beginning. I'm going to teach you how to play that right now. So the first thing you're going to want to do is pluck the A string with your thumb, and that's your first note. So you just go, and then you're going to hammer your index finger onto the second fret of the A string like this. And the reason I say hammer is because your finger's like a hammer. So while the string is still ringing, you're pushing your finger onto the string so it changes instead of you having to go. It sounds smoother, just like that. The second thing in the riff is after you hammer on, you pluck the fourth fret of the A string. Don't slide, because we don't want to hear that little slide thing. That's for the second part of the riff. For the first part, you're going to slide your finger down, but you're not going to be pressing your finger down on the string the whole way through. You're going to be plucking, release the pressure, then slide, then pluck, instead of this. After you have that little part down, you're going to need to practice it a couple times. Just use your thumb on the A string for this part. Oops, I messed up. It's just do that over and over again until you get it. And after you have it, you can move on to the second part of the riff, which includes the D string, played by your index finger or middle finger, whichever one you prefer. I play with my thumb and my index. I find it easiest. So once you have that first part down, you're going to put your middle finger on the fourth fret of the D string after you've plugged the D string open, like I said earlier. That's what it's going to sound like. I have nothing on it except for my doing that thing I taught y'all earlier. And after you pluck the D string open, you're going to add your middle finger to the fourth fret of the D string. And it should sound like that. You're going to take your index finger off of the fourth fret of the A string, keep your middle finger on the fourth fret of the D string, and this time we're not picking it up and sliding, we're just sliding it down so you can hear all the strings being played, all the little frets, and you're going to slide it down to the second fret of the D string. So it should sound like that. And once you have that down, just put it all together. And after that, you're just going to pluck the D string open again and have your index finger, actually no, you're just going to pluck it open like that. That's the end of the riff. Plucking A, index finger on second fret of the A string, hammer on, pick up and slide down to the fourth fret, pluck the D string open, add your middle finger to the fourth fret of the D string and pluck it again, slide your middle finger down to the second fret of the D string, pluck the D string open, and that's it. That's the riff. Just practice that over and over again. once you have that, you get to move on to the chords, which are super, super easy. They're so easy. They're so fun to play. So, you're going to take your 3 fingers, so minus your thumb and your pinky, you're taking your middle, your index, and your ring, and you're going to put it on the lowest 3 strings, your D, your A, and your D. And it's going to sound like that. You're doing that on the 5th fret. That's your first chord. It's just your 3 fingers on the lowest 3 strings of the 5th fret, and it should sound like this. And I'll teach you that strumming pattern later. Once you have your first chord, the second chord is your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and that's it. That's it. And then your third chord and your final chord is the same shape that you did, the 3 fingers on the first or lowest 3 strings on the 5th fret, except you're moving that down to the 7th fret. And it should sound like this. And those are your 3 chords. That is your 3 chords for Dirt, and now I'm going to teach you the strumming pattern. So I'm using the first chord that I taught you guys, and your strumming pattern is really simple. You're going to strum down once, slap, down, up, down, slap, down, up, down, slap, and then you're going to add the riff. Go back to your chord. Slap, down, up, down, slap, down, up, down, slap, down, do your riff. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. And then once you start the verse, that's your intro. Once you start the verse, you'll go, there is a down, down, up, slap, down, up, down, slap, down, up. You're going to go to your second chord, down, slap, down, up, 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 down. It's really hard for me to explain, but I hope you're watching me and learning that way. It's going to sound like this. There is a... I do just 2 downs right there. I don't slap, and then I go straight back to the riff once the verse is over. Down, slap, down, down, slap, down, down, slap. Do the riff. And that's pretty much the whole song. You just repeat that over and over again for the 2 verses. There's only 2 verses. There's no chorus in the song. And, yeah. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. That's the main purpose of this video. That's how you play Dirt. Notice how you do this 4 times when you're strumming. This goes 2, and this goes 2 for a full 8 count. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is your full 8 count. 5, the 5th fret, your first chord for 4 counts, your second chord for 2 counts, and your third chord for 2 counts. That's how you play Dirt. I hope you enjoyed.